different one, this one. This is all going to be about the trucks and carting the grain and doing everything for Tom's Brook. Get on the bitumen and I'll flip my tarps over and we'll wander in the Cascades. With the weights we're pulling, I'll still just do whole gears through the shift pattern. It's not till now we've got the incline here. I'll now use that half a gear and just roll my foot off the throttle. So doing a full stick shift, it's generally around the 430, 440 RPM. You can change gears. When you do a split or half a gear, back to about the 210, 215 RPM between gears. Gives a bit of help with your ratios, gives the motor a bit more of a helping hand to get the weight up and rolling, get the momentum going, get up through the hills. So right now I'll drop the split, then you pull it back into another stick. That previous gear when I was up here with a split, that's direct, it's 1-to-1 ratio. Now I'll drop my splitter and pull it back into the fourth gear. That's now my first overdrive. The diff ratios we run in all my trucks are 4.56 ratios. They're not the quickest diffs out there. So effectively at 100 kilometres an hour, our engines are doing 1750 RPM. You start getting into 4.3s, that's where your RPM will drop by 100 RPM at 100 k's an hour, back to 1650. Then you'll come to 411s, which will bring you down to 1550, and so forth. The weights we pull and the GCM rating of the trucks and what they can do, 456s do work very well.
200 to go in here, have we?
We generally sit on big 95s, which gives about 1700 RPM at 100. That's top gear now, that's double overdrive. From the paddock we're at, it's 9.2 kilometres to Cascade CBH. So there, we'll just get up to 92, 93 along here, set the cruise. Before you know it, we'll be bloody slowing down to come on the side. Now, because it's first thing in the morning, what I'll generally do is there can be trucks out here in the entrance. So I'll pull it out a little bit wider here so I can see around the corner, because if there is someone there, I've always got somewhere to park so I'm not on the road. And bingo, just like that. Got off the highway, just come in the driveway here, and yeah, it's a busy little CBH site this morning. The truck's lined up at the sample hut. Old mate here, he'll go in front of me. Other one's just wheeled in behind me. There is another entrance just over there to the left of the gen set. But everyone sort of knows their spot. You know which truck is in front of you, you know what's behind you. Just one for one. It's only a single spear, so it'll do left, right between the trucks. I'll show you more once we get up there. It'll probably take us maybe half an hour to 40 minutes before we start sampling. Like I said, we've got a single spear, left, right. Just 1 for 1 with the trucks. Bloke in front, he's been sampled. The girls will do, I'll make his trailers here, all 3 of them, and he'll roll forward, next truck, and so forth. Sample art's got the little tractor control lights there to let us know what we're up to. But I do know where to stop. We'll go for a quick wander upstairs there. But my app, we've got the location turned on, so it's arrived. So just wait for it to do its thing. How are we? Good. You want to explain for the camera what you're up to?
I am spearing the truck.
Unreal.
Getting the grain out of the truck so we can sample it.
Rightio. So how many spears are you doing per trailer?
4 per trailer.
Yep.
And all different parts of the trailer.
Good. So where do we find our dirty grain?
Oh,
Tell us the tricks.
You don't tell us where
Yeah, I know.
you hide it.
Yeah, have you found it yet? Or am I doing my job well enough?
Oh, I think you're doing it all right.
Good.
It's going through, isn't it?
Yeah. Right. Well, make the grain go through. Okay.
Maybe we've never trained it, yeah.
Oh, these little girls are running pretty nicely.
I don't know, they already did some road works and
Once again, like I said, we've got the green lights there to tell us when to stop and start. But, nothing really changes, so you've sort of got a good indication where I've got to stop. Just there now. There it is right there. The girls have been quite good this year, or the last few years, haven't hit no bars. Trailers have changed a bit now, there's less bars in them, they've sort of made them a bit different, the way they've shaped them and reinforced them. So there's less bars in there to hold the tarps up. Years ago with the older school trailers, we used to have bars everywhere and the girls always hitting them, bending them, breaking them, knocking them out of their spots. They used to do me head in. Tarps wouldn't sit on them properly or they'd rub through, you've got to get up there and straighten them and put them back in again. Quite well this season. Get our 3rd trailer sampled and we'll roll forward where everyone else is, and that's where we'll wait for our sample to come through on the tablet. So on my tablet here, it's just come up now with the yellow screen, APW1. I was expecting it anyway because of our protein, but we can click on results. And protein's the very top one there, 11.1. There's our hectolitre weight, 80.09. So we're on the money there. Nothing's really fluctuated. But unfortunately with the protein, we'll accept that. And what we'll do then, proceed to the weighbridge where we'll get our gross weight. And we'll get up there and have a sticky beak.
They just hold it there, I think that could be the line.
Once again, there's traffic lights here. Once a truck's been on it, it'll be red for a little bit until the bridge zeroes. And because we've got no wind as well, sometimes the bridge can rock 20 to 40 kilos and it'll bring the red light on.
Hi Brian, could you ignore the message on your phone and go to grid 4 instead? We're going to change it now.
Yeah, not a drama. Just heard that as well. All going well, we should be in the high 117.8s.
Copy. The button wants to open the valve again. I'll head there now, Tara.
Now, I don't know if you can see that. It's 117.55. Except that. Grid 4, APW1. So the girls have obviously made the amendment while they were just talking on the two-way. Away we go. Beautiful. Thanks, mate. Sometimes I forget about my second trailer tipping forwards and they'll stop me too early. And this bloke is all over it. How are we? Good. So, is the fingers are air operated by either an air cylinder or boosters. And these flip over latches are just a safety precaution. Rightio mate, fire away. We'll open the two tailgates and by the time that grain goes down while we're doing the back trailer, we'll start putting the front one up. This grid will take this entire trailer. You just let it idle, let it go up, let it do its thing, up, back down again. By the time that comes down, he'll pop the next tailgate, the grain will go down the grid a bit, and we'll lift the second trailer up. Very much for that, mate. So as you can see, we're back on the bridge again. This is where we'll get our tear weight. That is the truck and trailer's completely empty. So First one being the gross, less our tear, and that will give us the answer to how much grain I've delivered for the client. The tear's 38.26, which I know is correct, except that. And it's giving me 79.29. We are done.
Okay, which one would you like to do first?
Let's do them both, that's fine. While we wait for that to go down, we'll do these back safety latches. Get back in the truck and it'll be ready to rock and roll again. So a few people have commented on JH's pages now about why I do tip board. My biggest reason is the truck length. I've got to stay under 36.5 metres. I like the long trucks, they've got the bigger bunks, makes it easier living away. So to get me under, I make the back or the middle trailer tip board, which closes up the gap between my second and third trailer, bringing the overall length to under 36.5 metres. Maintains all my axle spacings as per WA main roads regulations. But on the good side, I can park in one spot, tip, and there's 47 tonne gone. So it's got its advantages. The disadvantage is you can't run it as a B double, because it'll foul the cab. Oh, once again, we've tipped off. So just on the very outer ring road of Cascades, CBH. This will take us right around the outside, alongside the sand hut back to the weighbridge where we'll tear out. Get our app all in order, close it, wind it back. just leaving the bin now. Or field bins, I should say. You've seen it on the outside, how JH is in the tractor or on the ground with the augers. I'm here watching the cameras and the weights. Chase bin normally comes down by the side. We may have a bit of weather coming tomorrow, so we're trying to drain all the bins and they're thrown in bags as we speak. Rightio, so we're back at CBH, all loaded up. Got load 5 on today. Got a bit of time to kill. So John has done it many times this month. It is Movember. Movember is a great cause, charity, going whether it's mental health, cancer related, the issues men suffer mentally or physically. Last year when John did a ride around in the truck, we touched base about it, more so the cancer side. My pop passed away about 22, 23 years ago. I was about 17 by memory, so that would have been 2000. So yeah, 22 years ago. He passed away with cancer. My father-in-law had prostate cancer. He had his prostate removed, won that battle. He then got diagnosed with leukemia.
Copy, Crystal.
And that was AML, which is acute myeloid leukemia. And it's in the blood, the bone marrow leukemia. So we put him to rest this year in April. He passed away on the 1st of April. So I've got 2 cases of cancer that's affected my family, more so my wife, her sisters, my mother-in-law. Dig deep, donate, help out. It's a great charity. Every little bit counts. So on that being said, this particular load I'm doing, I will donate this load to the Thomas Brook team. John and I have spoke a few times as well about all the merch he's got. He's got the 45 hats, which I believe are all accounted for. Water bottles, a 3/4 drive Milwaukee rattle gun. Movember has come on board and donated some shirts and stubby holders, I think. So I've got these real cool cartoon G&B haulage shirts. They only come in black or grey. I've got various sizes, I think going up to about 3 or 4 XL, and I've got women's sizes as well. I'm going to donate 5 of them as well with a matching stubby cooler. John, I think, is going to do the old lucky dip, and he will be in contact with the 5 of you directly on what size you are, and I'll try and match us up as best I can for what I've got in stock. But yeah, I think it's the right thing to do to help out. At this stage, I'm still young and fit, health-wise. Aside from being overweight, I'm going all right. Yeah, but please dig deep and donate. It'd be good. We're at about $22,000. We've got about a week to go until the end of Movember. John's getting his hair dyed this Wednesday blue. We cracked 20 grand. He's a man of his word. He's going to be blue. He's getting it done. I'm really hoping we're going to see the 25,000 mark. It's going to be sensational. Everybody that has donated now, thank you. It's much appreciated. So yeah, we'll keep them donations coming in. They have slowed down a bit, but I'm sure there's still a bit more out there that we can keep bringing in and up that tally a bit. So, well, I've been sampled, so we'll roll forward again. We'll get me results. It's a bit of a traffic jam at the moment here. I don't know how to flip the camera around. I think John's got a lot of editing to do with this. It'd be interesting to see how it all turns out at the end of the night. We're taking the GoPro to town tonight, so you'll get to see the lights of Esperance. Chadwick is the main receival hub for Esperance. It's 4 trucks wide. Probably not as big as somewhere like Geraldton's bull ring, but fairly close, I believe. Yeah, we'll have a bit of a tour around there and get back to the yard after refueling, and I think that's about where you'll see the last of me for the season again. So anyway, we'll sit and wait a bit longer. Well, that's every fill bin empty. Chase bins are empty. I'll continue harvesting into the night, putting in the bags. JH probably give me a ring tomorrow morning around the 5-ish mark. Let me know what's going on. If it's a fizz off, then I'm going back to work. Come back out here and go from there. But I'll get up to the end of the laneway here before we get on the highway. I'll jump out and dust my rims to prevent dragging all the dirt into town. Just make things a bit cleaner for CBH and the workers and around, and people walking around not getting covered in dust. So yeah, we'll get up there and do that. Get the road running. Yeah, just give them a gentle tap. These ones. When the hammer hits them, the little barbs snap, and they're about $10 each. I've learned the hard way. Get back onto Cascades Road and Esperance bound. Bull ring starts here where that truck is now. Basically 4 trucks wide. We get about 9 to 10 road trains deep. Once the 4 lanes are taken up, we start doing loops around and starting again near the entrance. But yeah, we'll get out here and unroll our tabs. Since we just did about 115 k's, we'll bang our tyres and check our wheel bearings. The line up now. Bang your tyres. Also just put in the back of your hand, you probably can't see on the wheel bearings. You can leave the back of your hand on there without removing it, and they can't pull. They're fine. The minute you put your hand on there and you've got to quickly remove it, you know you got issues. Probably a bit more light on this side for you. Right. The weighbridge here is a lot different to where we've been at Cascades. It is all done in the one spot. Park on the weighbridge as per directions from the traffic lights. they'll capture your gross weight. Then the little robots will start spearing. In the hut, the girls are working up there. They've got all the same computers. They still sample the grain identical as the satellite bins do in the country. Once we've sampled and had our weights, we'll then, once the lights turn green, we'll leave and park in front by about 100 metres, and then we just wait for our samples exactly like the other sites with our CBH app, and from there that'll give us a grid number. Now those grid numbers here in Esperance, 1 to 5 is for the port, and then I think it's 6 to about 16 or 17 is here at Chadwick, and then 18 through to 21 is at Brazier Street, and then 10 k's north of Esperance where we started our journey this morning is Shark Lake. Right behind my workshop is the Shark Lake CBH. Now we could have gone there tonight, tipped off, but I thought I'd bring the truck in here. I needed fuel, and you're just going to have a bit of a sticky beak on how all this works. It's not as busy as I was expecting tonight, but generally those trucks are 4 wide and all the way out to the gates where we entered tonight. So that's the lineup of the trucks that have been sampled, are waiting for the results to come through on their phones or tablets. Like I said earlier, it'll come up with your grade, you accept your weight, your grade will come through. If you need to query it, you go from there. The girls are on channel 35, you accept it, and then it tells you your grid, and off you go. So it's just come up once again. You can view your results. We'll wait for our gross weight and then what grid. But when I get that, I'll show you a little trick to this CBH app. Not really a trick, but what it does have. What there is maps with all your grids for all the sites just in Esperance. So that was the Brazier Street I was telling you about, and this is where we are. So we zoomed in, we're right here, and you got all your traffic management on which way you got to go with the arrows, where your grids are located. These ones are dog stackers. 2 grids here, back around, back to your weighbridge, and out. So for the people that haven't been here before, it does make things a lot easier. For the amount of millions of transactions that this app would go through across Western Australia in harvest time, as long as the mobile phone network plays the game, it does work well. And grid 19, Brazier Street. Yeehaw. Like an old dinosaur place. It's probably over 40 years old, Brazier Street is. Would have been, well, was the first CBH site in Esperance. Truck's going for a service tomorrow in Cummins. So I thought I'd unhook it now while I'm dirty, get over and done with. The one thing, having road trains, is signage. And when you've no trailers on, you cover your road train signs. So that's it, the day's over. We achieved 6 loads of Cascades today, 1 back to Esperance. I think that's given me just a smidgen over 550 tonne. Everything's gone well. I hope you have picked up on a few things, seeing how we do it over in WA or this side of the world. That was that ball race I was telling you about earlier. Just made of hundreds of little ball bearings and a heap of grease. Maintenance. Well, thanks for your time, and I'll let John take over.